Well, hi there, and welcome to Time to Talk Traumatic Brain Injury, the podcast for survivors for the entire brain injury community, helping you live a more productive, happy, and healthy life. All right, here we are live at the Bluesheet Clubhouse recording studio, and we have a fantastic word that's being generated by one of our very, very intelligent Bluesheet members. And Jim, can you please tell us what the word is?
Well, what I've come to understand after talking to our friend here that came up with the word is that I'm so self absorbed with myself and so self obsessed from being so narcissistic that I need to me-tox. I need
Me-tox.
to take time from myself and me-tox.
That is a fantastic word. And how do you?
Or
Yeah.
I'm getting so overwhelmed with everything that I'm facing in the world, I need to take some time out and me-tox
Wow.
and take some time for myself.
Okay, so how do you spell me-tox?
METOX.
METOX for me-talk. So I think it's a play off of detox. Me-tox.
Absolutely.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So is it a noun, a verb, an adjective? What is that? What part of speech?
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh,
if I knew that, I wouldn't have to be coming here.
You wouldn't have to me talks.
I wouldn't have to be here.
I would think it's a verb, to me talks. It's an action. So someone's got to me talk. So if we use it in a sentence, can you please use the word me talks in a sentence, please, Jim?
Yeah. I'm feeling so unwell from obsessing about myself so much that I think I need to take time to me talks from myself.
Excellent. So me talks is kind of like meaning personal time to yourself.
Well, if I'm obsessing about myself being narcissistic, I might need to me talks.
Wow, me talks. What a wonderful word that is for our Creator Word Challenge. Me talks, METOX. Thanks, guys. That's a wonderful one.
When I'm self-absorbed and self-centered, I negatively affect the people around me because I'm self-centered.
Wow. Okay, here we are back at the clubhouse with our second word, made-up word. And let's go back to our fantastic mind, a Blue Sheet Clubhouse member that will remain nameless. But tell us what the word is.
Okay, so the word I got is narcissist.
Narcissist. Now, how do you spell narcissist?
Well, I don't know. You wrote it down, but it says NARSEXISIST.
Wow, narcissist. Now, is it a verb or a noun? What would this narcissist be? I guess it would be a noun.
If I knew the answer to those questions, I wouldn't have to come to the club.
It's a noun, so it's obviously a person. It's a narcissist. And what is the definition of narcissist?
Hey, well, let's use it in a sentence instead. Listen, it's no wonder, it's no wonder you're single. You're such a narcissist.
No wonder you're single. You're such
a narcissist. It's no wonder you're single.
You're such a narcissist. No wonder you're single. And what does narcissist mean? What is it? Now,
if I knew about this myself, I could say this about myself. I realized I was such a narcissist. It's no wonder I'm single.
So narcissist means that you're into yourself, basically.
So self-absorbed that nobody else gets in. Self-centered to the extreme.
Wow. So you don't need anybody else. So obviously you're single if you're a narcissist.
Right.
I like
But then most of them would be too afraid to tell everybody that they really need someone else, and they're just too afraid to tell them they want to have somebody else in their life.
And imagine if you had a narcissist partner. It'd be a lonely life.
Yeah, it would be.
Okay, and here we are back at the Blue Sheet Clubhouse with our friend Alicia, a very popular Blue Sheet Clubhouse member. And Alicia, what is the word that you've come up with today?
Used to could.
Used to could. How do you spell used to could?
USTACOULD.
Used to could. Is it a noun, verb, adjective? What kind of part of speech is it?
It's an adjective.
An adjective, so describes a person, place, or thing. And tell me, Alicia, how would you use used to could in a sentence?
I used to could be able to work full time.
Used to could be able to work full time. Why can't you work full time anymore?
Because it's the past.
Is this before your head injury? Mm-hmm. Oh, so I used to could be able to work full time before my head injury. That's good.
Yep.
Used to could. That's an excellent word. Thanks, Alicia. And Pat, can you please tell me the word that you've come up with?
Nerdjacking.
Nerdjacking. And spelling nerdjacking would be NERDJACKING. Nerdjacking.
Yes.
Okay. And let's use nerdjacking in a sentence. How about you just nerdjacked the conversation? You just nerdjacked. And what does nerdjacking mean, Pat?
Taking.
You're dominating a conversation?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the word is nerdjacking, and it is a verb, and it means that you are nerdjacking or taking over a conversation with your own personal views. Nerdjacking.
Yes.
Pat, that's excellent, man. Way to go. Excellent. And And here is our last word for our Create a Word Challenge. And it is again our friend Alicia. And Alicia, can you please tell me what the word is?
Drillitating.
Drillitating. Can you please spell drillitating?
Drillitating.
Wow, drillitating. And what does drillitating mean?
It means being annoyed by a sound.
Being annoyed by the sound of a drill, I suppose.
Yes.
And so obviously being annoyed is an action, so it's a verb.
Mm-hmm.
Can you please use the word drillitating in a sentence?
This morning I entered a building and I was drillitating after hearing the construction worker using their drill.
Wow, I entered the building this morning and I was drillitating after hearing the construction worker using his drill. Fantastic. I was drillitating, a verb to be annoyed by the sound of a drill. Okay, we do have one last word. It's kind of, it's kind of a sad word, but it's kind of funny. Living here in Victoria, BC, we've come up with a word. And what's the word, Pat? What do you call the word? Vic what? You have it here, you have written down here as Victoriatitis.
Victoriatitis.
Victoriatitis, Victoriatitis, Victoriatitis. And you have it down here as a noun, and it is unable to win anything while living in Victoria, BC. And you live in Victoria, BC, Pat. And did you write this because you've never won anything in Victoria, BC?
Yep.
Okay, and the sentence you have here, I have played the lottery while living in Victoria, BC, and have won nothing. I must be suffering from Victoriatitis.
Yes.
So are you still suffering from Victoriatitis?
Yep.
You haven't won anything in Victoria, BC? No lotteries, no draws, no 50-50s, nothing?
Nothing.
Okay, my friend, so you are suffering from Victoriatitis. Well, thank you so much for joining us today on Time to Talk Traumatic Brain Injury, the podcast for brain injury survivors by brain injury survivors. We hope you enjoyed yourself, and we look forward to bringing you another informative and fun podcast in a couple weeks. Take good care of yourselves, and we'll look forward to talking to you soon. Bye-bye.
The views and opinions expressed on this podcast are solely those of the Time to Talk TBI panel and other contributors. These views and opinions do not necessarily represent those of
The Cridge Center for the Family.
Brain Injury Services. We value your feedback and comments. Email us at tbipodcasts@cridge.org.